Hello, good morning everybody. Today is 8th of April 2019 and I'm going to take you through the market over for today. So today we are supposed to forecast the price where we expect Audi, just a second, where we expect Australian dollar, US and New Zealand dollar to close by the end of the day. So you'll need to predict where you expect this pair, where you expect it to be at the end of today. If your prediction is correct, then you'll get the reward, which is $30 bonus in this case. So we'll move this the beginning of the week. We want to move from the main pairs first, then we'll move to the remaining symbols. We are here. So far this is Euro USD. We start from the weekly. The previous week candle didn't do anything. We have an indecision candle, and then from the indicator we are having, which is this, we are supposed to be looking for a sell even as we speak. This is a very good sell. The overall trend is downwards, but from this moving from the main line, there is no clear active trend. So this is called average directional movement index. How it works is this: there's the complete line, and then we have the red line, and there's the green line. Anytime the complete line is above 25, it means there's a trend, but it does not show which trend is active. Then anytime the red line is above the green one, then that means the current dominant trend is downward. So as it is at the moment, the red one is above the green one, but the complete line is below 25, which means there is no clear trend. We are supposed to be moving downwards, but the trend is not actively downwards. So on this one, only price action looks good, especially from this point. We had this as support, which was broken. Price tried coming back but ended up in an indecision. So as we are now, this is a sell. Euro USD, we are still looking for a sell. We basically want price to try pulling back up to maybe the previous week's highest high. Price should come back up to somewhere around that point, somewhere there. Then we'll be able to pick a sell, expecting it to go up to the bottom, up to this level, up to somewhere around 1.0527. So on the other side, maybe price may not come back up to this level, but it's still a sell. You should wait for a sell, get a good signal around this point. The next one is around there, and then the last one should be at the top where we sold previously. We'll move to the next pair, GBP USD. So from that chart, GBP actually broke below the level where we wanted to trade it from previously. We wanted to buy, but it closed below. So we want to see how is that now relevant to what we are saying. Just a second. This is what we had previously. We had our support. Price went up a support, it went up a support, it went up a support, and then there's a break below. So these are sell signal, and since the price is below this moving average, the 50 and the 200 moving average, this is a sell. This is a sell. As long as the price remains below this trend line, we actually expect it to proceed downwards and should head towards this level, and the next one should be that level, and then the next one also should be this one. So these are the three lines you want to trade from: this, and the last one. Anytime the price breaks any of this, then we expect it to proceed to the next one. Like in this case, should price continue down as we are saying and break below 1.2802, then we'll wait for that retracement before we pick a sell again, expecting price to move even lower, and then it retraces again back so that we can pick a sell. So for us, this is a sell. Whatever happens at the moment does not misplace the fact that this is a sell. We still want price to give us a good sell place, especially if we can pull back up to the Friday's opening candle. Then opening price, we'll sell it with the first take profit, the next take profit, and then the last one. So that means on this chart we are looking at these levels: this, this, and then the last one. Let's move to the next pair. That should be USD JPY. And on USD JPY, from the indicator that we're having on this side, there's no clear direction. The main line is below 25, but the green dotted line is above the red one. What this means, where the price is now, is that the trend is upward, but it's not active. So we want the complete line to rise above 25 to confirm that you're actively upwards, so that you can buy the main chart up to this level. Indicators aside, we are waiting for this retracement. Let price retrace back to this level, 110.78. Pick a buy from that slot up to the top, then the next one should be from that point up to the top, up to 117.92. So USD JPY, we are actually looking at these lines. We have this, we have this, we have this, we have the next one, and then the last one. Anytime price approaches any of these lines, then we expect a trade, especially if it can bounce or break below. We will move to our next chart, but before we move on, there's one thing I want to mention. Today we are predicting Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. We want to know the price where it will close at the end of the day. So if your prediction is close to the actual price, then you'll be given the $30 reward. So assuming there are two people who predict the same thing, or maybe one is closer than the other one, then the one who is closest is the one who's going to be given the $30 bonus. So I've also read the procedure just below your screen, below the MT4. I've written the complete procedure, how to do the prediction. You need to write your account number, and then write the pair we are predicting, and then write the price where you expect it to close by the end of today. We move to USD JPY. So before I mention anything on this, and I have to say what I mentioned last week, our prediction for last week. We said that this was upwards, and the main reason was because price was being contained above the envelopes moving this indicator. Price was being contained above it. Then we said that there's a resistance which price went above. We wanted to come back to the same so that we can buy it, but so far it has not been able to come. We said it's moving even higher. So in my opinion, this is still the correct place to buy from. This is still the place we want to buy from. Despite the fact that the price went up on Friday, we still want price to pull back down up to 2857.6. Let price come back up to that level, then we'll pick a buy from that point up to the top. We'll pick a buy from that point, expecting price to move up to 2937.1. So let's move to our next chart. And that should be Brent oil. So on Brent oil also, we've been mentioning a buy all along. If I remember, we keep saying that the price is supposed to go up, and it keeps just going the same way we've been mentioning it. You saw this, price went above, then you said price was to retrace back to this level before it continues up. So far, that did not happen. You said the price headed straight up and has gapped even higher. So for us, this is still a buy. This is still a buy, but the correct place to buy from is when price pulls back down up to this zone. So somebody is asking me why I'm recommending a buy instead of a sell and the price approaching a resistance. The main reason I'm saying this a buy is because from the monthly chart, we are actually supposed to head upwards. There was a bullish pin bar. Then overall, we have a level here. We have a very, very good trend line. We have a very good trend line there. A resistance here. Price went down, a resistance, it went down, a resistance, it went down, a resistance, down, a resistance. And we want that should price get back to the same resistance trend line, then we are going to look for a sell. So the pin bar we saw last month actually should push price even higher, and the first place we want it to break is above this point. If price can successfully go above it, 73.48, then we shall have confirmed that the price is heading up, especially up to this trend line. We'll move to our next chart, and that should be gold. So previously gold was a sell, and as it is even now, this is still a sell. We have the indicator we are having attached on this side showing us a sell. The envelopes price went below it, and the previous week's candle, which was this, closed below. This one also closed below, and we expect the current week's candle to also close below the same indicator. So in my opinion, this is still a sell. This is still a very, very good sell, because price went below, it broke below. So we are not only below this zone we are buying from, we are also below the indicator, which is supposed to be a very good buy place. So expect price to move down. Basically, you should expect something like this. Expect price to move down like that up to the supportive trend line. This is what you should expect, that the price should proceed down up to this level. So that should bring us to the end of today's overview. And before I end, I have to say that today we are predicting Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, and this is the chart. This is what we are predicting here. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. We are saying where we expect price to close by the end of today. So if your prediction is close to the actual price, then you'll get the reward, which is that dollar bonus. So thank you very much. See you again tomorrow at the same time.